this is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you very much for watching and lending me your time and your ear and listening to another Wii U Game Idea. And I have been pondering this for quite a while. And I'm like, how could they make an F-Zero game for the Wii U? How could we get an F-Zero UX or something like that? And then we saw Star Fox Zero gameplay. And I was like, Star Fox Zero, F-Zero, that engine would be great for F-Zero. They could literally just dub it the Zero engine and make an F-Zero game with it. And I'm like, this would work. This would be awesome. You'd have your third-person car view on the television screen, and then you'd have your cockpit view on the gamepad screen for single player or online play. Now, I'm like, that would be awesome. And then think that F-Zero races are typically 30 cars per race. 30 people playing online, racing each other in a high speed, all over the place race, and like you're crashing and bashing other people, trying to knock them off to get to the finish line before them. Like, this is probably a game that would be best without voice chat, and I'm going to say this because you could be that one racer that's in first place for like majority of the races, in second place zooms up by hitting a boost pad or something, and just comes and side swipes you right off the edge. You'd be cussing all the way down. Oh man, and I could see that happening, and I know there are probably some people who won't agree with me on this. But I would like to see the team that worked on F-Zero GX and AX actually return to this. But I would want the styling to be more towards that of F-Zero X as far as how the tracks are. I mean, yeah, throw in some of the tracks that are super difficult like GX and AX had. But keep the styling of them more in line with what F-Zero X was. Because those felt, to me, those tracks felt better to play on, and yeah, they did add an air challenge, whereas F-Zero GX just kicks the challenge like way up, like, and I'm fine with that. But that is a hard game to race on, you know. I'm not going to BS. I don't even think I've actually finished all the races in that game. I'm going to make it a goal to do it, but I don't think I've ever actually finished all of the races in that game, and that's mostly because my data keeps getting corrupted. And not because I wasn't trying to play the game, but when I play the game and I'm using like a customized car, my data gets corrupted and I have to start everything over, and it ticks me off because I'm trying to customize this car so I can make it better for future races, and then that happens and I get mad and say F this game and put it down. And I would love to see that come back to car creation mode, but just add more detail to it. Allow you to draw your own decals to put them on the car, since you got the gamepad and the stylus. Give you a isometric view of the car, I guess, on your. I don't even know if that would be considered an isometric view. But on the main television screen, you'd see just like the car as it is, whoever your racer is, and allow custom racers, even if they're just me's. Allow custom racers, because I felt that was missing from F-Zero GX. Like, I didn't like the fact that there were no custom racers. You had to pick somebody who's already in the game as a racer and throw them in your car. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. And I kept picking Leon because that was my favorite racer. But I want me in there, not Captain Falcon, I forgot the doctor's name. Not Leon, not James McCloud. I don't want them in my car. I want me in my car. So yeah, me's would be perfect for this. On the gamepad screen, you'd be able to see like the different parts of your car and the details and what these different parts affect, like your thrusters, your chassis. I forgot the other parts that it did. Like, yeah, thrusters, chassis, cockpit, there were a bunch of different parts. I can't remember all of them, but you can see what each one affects by like the little have like a little set of meters aside, and have the same thing on your main screen as well. So that way, if you look at the screen, you can see how your car is rated. Like I think the ratings are E. E is the worst, like is the lowest rating, and A is the best rating, which would be awesome. Like, you just throw that down on the, like I said, put that on the gamepad as well as the main screen. I also said allow people to be able to draw their own decals for the car, and they can place them on it. Trying to think, what else? I would love another story mode with racing, like F-Zero GX had, where you got to learn a little bit more about Captain Falcon. That'd be awesome. But I wouldn't want it to just be Captain Falcon. I'd want to learn. I'd want to have like, it could like make a story mode, but give each racer like maybe 4 or 5 races in their particular story, instead of giving one long drawn out story for one person. I never actually got to finish that either because my data kept getting corrupted. Because I would play that in between playing the races and like earn stuff and try to unlock it. And I'm like, now I'm realizing I never got to finish the daggone game because my data kept getting corrupted because of that ridiculous glitch with the daggone cars. So I've got to just sit down and play that and not do a customized car. Like, because that's probably what it was. It's just every time I went to customize a car, by the time I get like to the 3rd set of races, my data would get corrupted and I get mad at the game. So I'm just going to have to do it without customizing the car. I'd say put all of the racers from all of the previous F-Zero games, make them playable. Make them all playable. Which, it shouldn't be too many different racers. I would love also a customized track mode, and I'm trying to remember. I know it was a Japanese F-Zero game. A Japanese only released F-Zero game. And I'm trying to remember which one it was, because it had a track editor in it, and you could make your own custom tracks. But it was like, you know, the Super Nintendo style F-Zero racing, if anybody's played that. I don't think it's Maximum Velocity, because I think that's the one I have. That's on the Virtual Console on the Wii U. You know what? Let me look that up real quick. I don't remember which one it was. Climax. It's F-Zero Climax. Did they release that one over here? I'm kind of curious now. I'm sorry. I'm randomly doing this. But I want to be sure. I think they released that on the Virtual Console. If y'all have it, Nintendo, you need to release that on the Virtual Console and let people be able to play it. That was rather demanding, wasn't it? But yeah, it's F-Zero Climax. Okay. Shut up. Yeah. F-Zero GP Legend and F-Zero Maximum Velocity came out over here. But Climax didn't. Climax was the one that had the track editor. And what would be cool if they would release F-Zero Climax on the Virtual Console is all of those old sites and things that people use to make customized tracks and put them on the internet. You could go to those and find a whole ton of tracks to play. And you don't need to make new ones. You could literally just go up and download. Like, they had like it had a set limit of tracks you could create. I think it was up to like 20. But then you got codes for tracks that you couldn't save. So, like, I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love that. And if I would have had that game, I would have made so many daggone racetracks in it. I would have put together so many racetracks. And I kind of hope Nintendo keeps up with this user-created content motif that they're going with. I mean, because if they keep doing this, then we'll see more games that allow us to do a lot of stuff like that. But I definitely I mean, the track editor idea was originally something they were planning for F-Zero X anyway with the DD drive, but they just never got to put it out to people, as far as I know. Or at least it never made it anywhere because it didn't become popular. But I definitely would love to see it. I mean, even if it's not on the Wii U, if it's on their next platform, I'd be perfectly fine with the way I've kind of detailed it. I mean, obviously, it takes a lot to think about everything that I've just talked about, and they have to figure out how all this stuff is going to work. I give it that, because this is something that would take a while to do. I mean, getting the racing working probably wouldn't take very long, but getting all the other stuff together would probably take quite a while. I'd be fine with that. I would also love to see a return of the different modes that came from F-Zero X, I can't remember what mode it was that you rode around in that big loop. Just kept riding around that big loop and you tried to knock everyone off. I would love to see that as a online multiplayer type of thing where you just put 30 random people in and they just ride in this loop. It doesn't matter where the loop is. They could take the Smash Brothers approach to it, like the Final Destination approach, where every level has its own version of Final Destination. Like, literally at random, you could just be thrown into, like, a big blue version of the loop, or a Mute City version of the loop, or, I can't remember all the levels. Oh, man. Big Blue would probably be my favorite, because I like the Big Blue theme, especially the one from F-Zero X. That's, like, my favorite Big Blue theme. But they had so many different levels, and I'm like, this is stuff that you guys can do, and like you're very capable of doing it, and you've probably thought of something like this. And I'm just the fan sitting here trying to think like Nintendo and figure out what would be fun, what would make this game fun to play, what would make this game addicting to play. And that would I would love a mode like that, like, because it would be complete and utter chaos. It wouldn't be like like it is on the N64, where you just have all the cars racing straight. And some of them would try to knock you off, but they weren't. It wasn't enough. Like, it wouldn't be enough. Like, if you had a bunch of people who are unpredictable at almost any given moment, it'd be awesome. And and you guys would probably hate me for this, but I'd be one of those troll racers who would ride near the edge, and as soon as you went to swipe for me, hit the brakes hard as hell, and you fly off the track. And hit my boost to keep going and keep it up with everybody else. I would definitely be one of those, or I would get in the middle of the crowd and just do the spin and knock everybody away. There's a lot of stuff that would be fun to do in that. Also, being able to race custom created levels with your friends would be cool. Amiibo racers will also be a pretty interesting thing to do. And maybe have like a team race mode. I think F-Zero X had that. I don't know about GX because I didn't really play that one multiplayer much. But I think F-Zero did have that. If not, definitely have like a team thing with red and blue, or whatever colors you want to pick. Blue, yellow, green, or I don't care what colors. It's just like have a team thing. But actually 30 racers, you could literally put in like 15 different colors. That way you could have at least 15 teams of 2 and see who wins by placing and points. I mean, that wouldn't be bad. Also, maybe like a relay type of race thing with teams where maybe 4 teams are playing, but only 4 racers start off. Like, give like this like a 16-man thing where you have to pass a lap and then the next person goes. That type of thing. That would probably be kind of interesting, because that would require some strategy to figure out, okay, who's your best racer and who can get you there if you need it at the end of a stretch, or like you think of like, well, this person could get us pretty far in the beginning if we put them out there. Like, that would take a bit of time to think about, because you'd be like, okay, who am I going to put? Who's going to race in what position? But 4 teams, 4 players per team max. Like, that should be that one. with online play. That way, it would be kind of like better than just sitting around. For local play, up to 5 racers, and then just turn the gamepad into a third-person perspective. That would be cool. Trying to think of anything else I could think of that would work really well. Maybe a trick run. Like have a little specific tracks for like doing tricks off of. Like I'm not even gonna say a trick run, but have a trick run. They could do a trick run in F-Zero. It's F-Zero. They could do a trick run in that. So yeah, have tracks that are designed to like jump run, not a trick run, a jump run. Have tracks that are specially designed for you to maximize your jumps for a long distance and see who can get the furthest jump. I always like doing that. I can't remember the name of the track on F-Zero X. There's one track I would jump halfway across the track because I would wait until I'm going down the hill and boost like just before hitting the bottom of the slope and shoot up. And I'm pretty sure somebody's listening and they know what track I'm talking about. I just can't remember the name of it. I know it was a fire track. I just can't remember the name of the track set that it belongs to. But I would, because it had that little zigzag area down there. If you landed, you had to start zigzagging. I would jump clean over that and halfway up the curve that's toward the top of the race. And I'm like, wow, I can't I can't think of it. I would love to see them take tracks from older games and like literal tracks from older games and just give them a redesign to fit the newer game, like they were doing, like they've started doing with Mario Kart games, where they take the older game, take a track from older game and redesign it to fit in to Mario Kart. But F-Zero, they don't actually have to redesign it to fit into a new F-Zero game. All they literally have to do is just give it a facelift and put it in there as it was. That would save some time on putting tracks together for the game. Man, there's got to be something else, because F-Zero could be a far more versatile game. You know what they should do? And people are probably going to laugh at this. Or either they're going to laugh at this because they think it's crazy, or they're like, "Ooh, that's a good idea." Put Samus in as a racer. Just throw her in there at random. Like, not make her available from the beginning of the game, but make her someone you can unlock. Like, you just unlock her at... Like, don't give a specified position for unlocking certain racers. Like, make it all random. Like, when you finish the first cup, you get 10 racers, but you don't know who you're going to get. You just get 10. Let it pick them through a roulette code or something. Some sort of roulette type of code. And put Samus in there, like, and then whoever gets her on the first try will be like, "I got Samus! I unlocked Samus!" And her, you'd have to give Samus 2 cars, though. You'd have to give her one car that resembles her original ship, and then one car that resembles her current ship, which is like the one that she had at the end of Zero Mission. And that is her most current ship as far as the timeline of the games goes, because that is literally the last game in the timeline. But she would be cool to add in there. I would say put in Fox McCloud, but you already got James McCloud, and they dress pretty much identical, and his car looks like an R-Wing, so no point in putting him in there. Unless you replace James McCloud with Fox McCloud, then that'd be perfectly fine. No Mario characters. No Mario characters whatsoever. None. None. No Mario, no Donkey Kong, no Yoshi character, none of those. Maybe do a deal with Capcom. You could have like not Mega Man, but X and Zero from Mega Man X. Or even do like some deals with some anime companies and get characters like Cash Earn or Karis, because they would be interesting. just to throw them in there, just for the hell of it. Like, and like I'm just thinking off the top of my head here, so you can tell I'm thinking off the top of my head because not all these thoughts are not organized in a set. But yeah, I think that's really it. I mean, there's always a ton of stuff that we talk about to add to an F-Zero game that would make it more awesome than awesome, but I can't really think of anything at the moment, so I think right now my well of ideas for this particular idea of a game is kind of tapped out. I mean, listen to different things I've covered. Online play, I still can't remember that loop, what the name of that loop is, but the loop mode, and make sure it has different palettes for different for the different track sets, like I said, borrowing from Smash Bros. Amiibo racers. I guess that would be like for that lone guy playing multiplayer and they want to challenge themselves. Obviously, you'd have a time attack. Just about every F-Zero game has had a time attack, as far as I remember. A car editor mode that removes that ridiculous glitch that's in the GameCube one. Track editor via F-Zero Climax, or if you wanted to be more specific, F-Zero XD, which never saw a Western release. I don't even think it saw an Eastern release. I know the ROM is floating around out there, but I don't remember if it was actually released or not. A relay mode for racing, classic tracks, obviously more modern tracks. I think I've covered a lot. So, and special racers, obviously. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could really be done to make F-Zero like the premier racing franchise for Nintendo. But I mean, that's something I don't have control over. I'm not in a position to say, oh, we need to do this, this, and this. So that's why I'm doing these videos, just to put the thoughts out there. Maybe somebody agrees, maybe they don't. But I think it would be awesome. And definitely using that Star Fox Zero engine. That engine is perfect for it. It is like, you might not see it the way I see it, but that engine is perfect for it. And the game could look amazing, as we have seen by the latest Star Fox Zero updates. And they still have like another 5.5 months to get that game together, so I think we're good. But yeah, I think I'm done. I'm pretty sure I'm done. There's not much else to cover that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, there's always more to add to each specific thing, but there's not a whole lot I can really think of right this moment. I would need other people to talk to bounce ideas off of. So thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more of my stuff, and until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.